Quality Living Solutions, LLC. Corporate Compliance Plan. Introduction and Purpose. It is the policy of Quality Living Solutions, LLC, to adhere to ethical standards of business practice established by the organization's leadership, by oversight agencies, and state and federal law. The organization has an ongoing commitment to ensure that its affairs are conducted in accordance with applicable law and sound ethical business practice, and that its business relationships with contractors, other providers, vendors, and consumers are subject to legal requirements and accountability standards. To further its commitment to compliance and to protect its employees, Quality Living Solutions places emphasis on its corporate compliance plan to address regulatory issues likely to be of most consequence to the organization's operations. Framework. The corporate compliance plan establishes the following framework for legal and corporate compliance by management and employees. Designation of a compliance officer and compliance committee charged with directing the effort to enhance compliance and implement the corporate compliance plan. The Director of Programs will serve as the Corporate Compliance Officer, and the Compliance Committee will be comprised of the Management Committee, members of the LLC/owners. Incorporation of standards, policies, and administrative guidelines directing personnel and others involved with operational practices. Identification of legal issues that may apply to business relationships and methods of conducting business. Development and implementation of an education program for the management and staff addressing obligations for adherence to applicable compliance requirements. Implementation of a mechanism for employees to raise questions and receive appropriate guidance concerning operations compliance issues. Development and implementation of an ongoing monitoring and assessment process identifying potential risk areas and operational issues requiring further education. Development and implementation of a process for employees to report possible compliance issues, including a process for such reports to be reviewed. Enforcement of standards through documented disciplinary guidelines and policies and training addressing expectations, sanctions, and consequences. Formulation of plans for corrective action to address identified areas of non-compliance. This corporate compliance plan applies to all Quality Living Solutions operational activities and administrative actions and includes those activities defined in federal and state regulations and accreditation standards. The organization places particular focus upon the following concerns: adhering to requirements relating to the quantitative and qualitative documentation of services provided and associated billing practices. Evaluating and managing over- and underutilization of services. Ensuring delivery of services included in each individual's person-centered plan and providing the best value for the consumers and communities served by the organization. Complying with regulatory guidelines for data collection and submission processes. Developing, implementing, and adhering to policies and procedures relating to high-risk activities. Developing and implementing policies for the training of staff, including a process for retraining or disciplinary action to improve performance, and addressing other notable areas identified by the organization through findings from the quality management monitoring and self-assessment process. It is intended that the scope of all compliance activities promotes integrity, ensures objectivity, fosters trust, and supports the stated values of Quality Living Solutions. Policy Guidelines. Quality Living Solutions has adopted policies and procedures specific to the organization's operational practices. These policies and procedures are reviewed at least annually, and revisions are made as necessary. The policies and procedures specific to the organization's compliance efforts are intended to support and further define the operational practices and responsibilities and, when possible, are integrated within existing policies and procedures. Quality Living Solutions has also adopted Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct policies to guide all business activity. This code reflects a common-sense approach to ensuring appropriate and ethical behavior. All new employees will receive training and provide acknowledgement of receipt of the Code of Conduct policy. The Business Code of Ethics policy is incorporated into new staff training and will be reviewed and acknowledged annually thereafter as part of the corporate compliance plan. Reporting compliance issues. Employees reporting, in good faith, possible compliance issues will not be subjected to retaliation or harassment as a result of the report. Concerns about possible retaliation or harassment should be reported to the compliance officer or the management committee. Annual Compliance Review. In conjunction with the organization's established self-assessment process, the compliance officer will ensure a review of the organization's status with current laws, accreditation standards, and regulatory requirements. A review of the compliance reports, action plans, and resolutions will be conducted for each compliance category. The compliance officer, with review and comments provided by the compliance committee, will prepare the annual compliance report. The resulting report will be included with the documented conclusions of the self-assessment process. Quality Living